Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy G Waters, aka Ghostman FPV. I'm back at you with another video, and this one I'm a little late. I'm a bit late on this one, but I just got the Radiomaster Pocket not too long ago, and honestly, the reason I have my TX16S, of course, and I love this radio. It's great. You know, I got the Radiomaster Ranger on the back and everything, so I love this radio. But the thing is, I do a lot of kind of spontaneous flying or whatever, and also I ride my EUC. If you guys saw any of my other videos, and I'm riding around on my electric unicycle, and I try to pack light when I'm doing that if possible. And this thing is going to help me out a lot with that, because I'm just trying to, I want to pack light. I usually will take one of my micros or minis or something. Like maybe I'll take this along with me, my 3-inch, and just sometime I just want to go do a little ripping or something, and so I just want a light setup, and that thing is actually perfect. Hold on a second. So yeah, that thing is super lightweight, and just compared to the TX16, it's just night and day. And so, but basically what I'm going to do today with that, I'm not necessarily doing a review on the actual controller, because it's, I guess it's all over the place. And like I said, I'm late on this, so I just decided at some point to get that transmitter, and that's the ELS version, of course, because I run ELRS, so that is definitely the version. I want to actually weigh the two, and that's something I haven't done yet, but I want to weigh the two just to see the difference. Let's see what the weight come out as. See, I don't know if you guys can really see the actual weight. Not sure, but I'll let you know. Okay, so this one's, and it also has the 18650 batteries installed, so total weight's going to be 361 grams. And I'll compare that to TX16S, which is 1,157 grams. So, wow, yeah, that's like way more than double the. I mean, we're almost triple the weight on here. So yeah, that's the reason why I wanted to get the smaller transmitter out. I mean, just a little bit about it. Like I said, I'm not trying to do like a long review of it or anything, but it's lightweight. You can also, one thing I like too is you can hide away the sticks so they're not poking out. So if you just want to throw this in a backpack, you don't have all these switches and everything and sticks hanging out that can be broken off. So I thought that was cool. If you want to put a module in the back, you can. You can put the module back there. It has the antenna, it folds down and everything, so it's actually perfect for just traveling. The only thing I really don't like about it, well, two things, and I'm actually, which is what this video is about, I'm actually going to resolve one of those issues. But the only other issue I have with it is that it just looks toyish. So it's like, and I mean, I know that's superficial, and and it's okay, it's toyish, whatever, so But that's the only thing I don't like about it. Like I wouldn't, like I've told you guys before, I actually do drone work on the side, so real estate work and different kind of aerial footage work. So I would never take this to a job because, and like I said, it's superficial and it doesn't mean anything in the greater scheme of things. But I would never pull this out in front of a customer. I would definitely take use this with, so because it just looks professional. This thing looks like, and perception's a lot when it comes to dealing with customers because they don't know that this is a serious radio. It just looks like a toy. Like I'm gonna pull out a toy drone and I'm charging them $1,000. That's the way it looks. And people are superficial. And they want to feel like they're getting their money's worth out or whatever. So, long story short, that's the reason. That's one thing I don't like. Now, the other thing I don't like, I don't care for the gimbals at all, which brings us to today. This is what we're doing. So, I'm going to install the AG01 gimbals in this one, and these are, I guess, they're considered micro gimbals, or is it mini or micro? I think it's micro. And I don't mind them being this small. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of I guess it's reminiscent of the DJI. I mean, they look maybe a little larger than the DJI gimbals, but I don't really have a problem with the gimbals on the DJI. I have more problems with the form factor itself, the way it's shaped, because I'm not a thumber, and I tend to pinch, and it just feels funny to me pinching on this thing. I had to really get used to it, but I mean I eventually did, but I really had to get used to it. This one, for some reason, it just feels a little bit better to pinch, and I have no idea why. I've been wondering that when they're almost identical. The only difference really being that they have this, it's not cut out like a traditional game controller, but everything else is almost exactly the same. I mean, almost down to the button layout. It's like, it's almost the same. So I don't know why this one feels better to me pinching. I have no idea. I really wish I could use these sticks, because I like these longer sticks, but for some reason they have some weird, I think that's like a M3 size or something like that, and no stick manufacturer makes, not many at least that I know of, makes sticks for that that size. So I don't know, but ran over. But anyway, this is what I want to do. I want to install these in here. So take these plastic ones out. So let's see how that's actually done. I've never done this before, so bear with me. And I know I'm late on this, and other people have already done this, but I mean, I always say this: I buy things with my own money, and until manufacturers give me the respect I deserve as a unpopular YouTuber and start giving me things, I'll have to buy it on my own, and most likely I'll be late to the show. But whatever, I don't care. Anyway, let's see what happens. So it looks like, I don't know so far, and this is I believe this takes a 2mm driver, hex driver. So, and it looks like we have a screw. We have one here. Looks like one there. Okay, I see 4 total. I'm not sure if I need to take the batteries out, but I'm going to do that. Just in case. Okay, so let's see. So what I'll do is just take the 4 out that I know needs to come out, and then I'll pry on it a little bit and see. Okay, so yeah, see, there we go. Just as I thought. Obviously, you know, it has the module bay and everything back there, so you have to definitely be careful. Plus, this controller has lights on the, when you press in some of the buttons, it has lights and stuff, so you have to really be careful about that when you just yanking this thing apart. Okay, so what I did was I just unplugged the module. I think that's for the module bay, the connector. Not 100% sure about that, but that's what I think it is. Okay, so got our 4 screws. So just as I thought, it was only 4 screws, so that's cool. This is so far pretty easy to deal with. Okay, now I gotta figure out how to take the gimbals out. Okay, so what I like to do is just inspect the wires and make sure everything's good and not pinched, and also want to take a note of where the wires go in. You know, it looks like this one's pretty easy because you have kind of like left to left, right to right on both sides, so it shouldn't be hard. You know, it should be pretty hard to mess that up. And these I'm not sure. I think these are this thing, so I carry it with me also. Difficult, but okay, and that's it. A lot easier than the TX16 is. Okay, I'm gonna open these up and let's see what we got here. I haven't seen these yet. I've seen pictures of them, but that's it. I don't know, these they don't, I mean, they don't make you fly any better, but I just like the feeling of them, and I don't know, for some reason I feel a little more precise with them, but it could be placebo, I don't know, not sure, but I personally feel a little bit more precise. But for some reason the plastic ones, I just don't know what it is about them. But okay, so at some point these have to, I know they didn't make this where you have to tear the box, but I mean, I will go beast mode on this box if I have to, you know, which I think I do. I just don't like to break the box unless I have to send it back for some reason or something. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, that's interesting. There's 2 separate ones in here. I guess it's separate like this because you can actually just buy these one at a time, if I'm not mistaken. Like if you just need to replace one or something. So maybe this is just kind of their way of saving. They made this box super tight to get things in. And now though, notice. Okay, there we go. All right, frustration building. Okay. That's another frustrating box you gotta open. Okay, what's in this box? So, okay, we have the gimbal, of course, and looks like we have, okay, like I don't know if those are extra screws or screws that I need. Or maybe that's the actual screws to install it, because it looks like it's, okay, yeah, I think so. It looks like 4 screws and a couple springs, so maybe that's to tighten up the spring action on there. And these are instructions. What I don't know is does it matter what side you use? I don't think it do. I don't remember if that was a thing with the TX16S. Not sure, honestly. But let's see. What I'm hoping is that these things actually go in same way. I think I put it this one. I think it looks this way, I think. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, it has to go that way. Okay. All right. I think what I'll do is I'll take the stick off, so I don't have to worry about destroying that. And see, I got this one. I'm not sure if they come in any other color, but it's just black. I didn't necessarily care about the color that it came with, so I don't know. So that's that one, and I kind of want to open the other one. I also have to loosen the throttle. I just got off work, so I'm a little bit on the tired side also, so not to be making excuses, but yeah, I rolled my EUC to work today. I usually ride it on Fridays. It's about little more than a 20-mile trip. So it's a pretty good ride, but to be honest, at the end of the day, once I get home and everything, I'm definitely tired. Definitely. Okay, so this one has pretty much the same setup. So, and yeah, it's already. So I'm thinking that it doesn't really matter what size you use. You just have to install it, and then you set it up from there. For the way I can see, but I think that's perfectly fine. Fits in there perfect, of course. And I think I'll just use the screws that's provided. I don't think they're any different than the other ones, but I'm not sure, so we'll just not hassle with it and put the ones. I wish they would have just made those, made those hex like everything else in this hobby. It's like everything in this hobby is the same, so why would you? Man, honestly, I don't know if that's just. Interesting. Let's see, I think the screws in the old one is the same. I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, they're the same screws. But what I think I'm gonna do is just use the ones that came out of the other one. I think it'll just be less headache. I don't know. I know they were in there, so. And like I said, guys, I haven't done this before. It's pretty simple. I mean, not to say that this is a difficult job. It's really simple. It's so much delicate electronics in these things. You just gotta be careful, because you don't want to damage anything just because you're trying to rush and get it done, and I'm not, so. Yeah, I'll just use the screws that came out of the old one. They seem like they just kind of go right in. I'm not sure what those screws are for, but they don't seem to fit in this application. So maybe it doesn't belong here, maybe it does. I'm not 100% sure on that. So this one's gonna be throttle, obviously, so I might have to obviously loosen that. So I'll do that after I take the other one out. Let's see, so we're going to, and I'm just gonna plug those in. And like I said, guys, this is a pretty easy job. It was probably harder to get the gimbals out of the box than it is to actually install them on the radio. So I don't think that this is a hard job if it's something that you plan on doing. Super easy. It's much easier than the TX16. Much easier. Probably should have my glasses on because I'm blind as a bat. I don't know why people say that. Are bats blind? I don't think they are. In fact, I think they see pretty well. I don't know where that trope comes from. Okay, let's see. Back to this. Okay, so yeah, so we got our pitch and roll over here, and then we got our throttle and yaw. So I just have to loosen that, so I need to figure out how that happens. So what I'm thinking, I know on the TX16 there's, I believe you take that out, and that should loosen it. Okay, so let's see, that's not the proper size, I think. Let's see. Or maybe you tighten it. I don't know. There was some way of doing this. I don't remember if it was tighten it or loosen it. No, that's definitely not it. Reading the instructions would probably help, but who needs that? You just keep going until you break something. That's my motto. Okay, I think that's it. I think we're getting somewhere. I wonder, do you just take that out completely? I think we're definitely getting somewhere, that's for sure. Ah, yeah, see? I'm just gonna take that out. That's what I think I'll do. Oh yeah, that's perfect. There we go. So now I know for a fact here is where you want to get your resistance from. So I want to make sure that's out of the way. So I think there's where you want to get the resistance. So okay, so basically here you want to tighten down on this one of those, but I know that silver bar there is what actually gives you the friction that you want. So you just kind of torque down on that, and it should make it increasingly tighter. At least that's the idea. So, let's see. Maybe tight, work it down completely. I don't know. There we go. We're getting somewhere. It's kind of on the strange side, but maybe I'll loosen it a little bit. Now you definitely have to get a feeling for it. So that's the thing. These are not, I don't know that these are more quality than the ones on the TX16. They don't feel it. I mean, I think that's probably fine. That might be a good tension there. I generally don't like my throttle super tight. Usually I just have it just enough so that it doesn't kind of move on its own. But that's, you know, but this is something obviously you have to figure out for yourself. I think this is pretty good though. I think that's pretty good. But I almost have to fly it. The stock spring tensions are usually fine for me. I've never had to change those on a transmitter before. I just kind of just use the base, you know, the default tension on the other springs. But I know some people like to fine tune it with the, you know, I don't even do that with my cars or anything. I mean, it's always fine to me. I've never had a huge issue with the spring tension. So, you know, I think those are just people that's super nitpicky about everything, and that's just not. I just want to fly. I don't want to have to do endless tweaking and tuning and everything. That's just kind of not my thing. So we'll just fire it up, and if we don't see smoke, we're good. After I just said it was so easy.
Welcome to HTX. Throttle warning. Okay. Switch warning.
There we go. So let's see if there we go, we're ready. That's it. Okay, so if you look on there, and then after this, you want to do a calibration. Guess you can see the difference. Oh, these are plasticky. These are aluminum. And also don't forget to, we're gonna go in and actually, oh, pushed the wrong thing. We're gonna go in and actually calibrate system, then we're just gonna page over until we get to the calibration page, and you'll see it right there. It says calibrate right there. So we're just gonna enter there. It's gonna say enter to start. It's gonna want you to put everything in the center. Put the sticks in the center at least, not everything. Okay, so we center that best as possible. Then we're gonna hit the jog wheel. It's gonna ask us to move the sticks and pots around. The only real pot on this radio pot switch on here would be this As you can see, it is 10 tens in the way. Is that. So basically I just roll it up and down, and you can see on the screen where it kind of represents what you're doing. So I just kind of roll it. And with these things, when you're doing these calibrations, just don't press so hard to either, extreme. Just kind of, as soon as it hits the edges, then you just kind of stop. But a lot of people, they'll press real hard in on the sticks, and it just calibrates it wrong because you don't fly that way. So, and I just give it a real good round, up, down, and I just go around. And, not to say what I'm doing is only right way of doing it, and then I like to center it again. I don't believe that's necessary, but I do that, and you hit the jog wheel again, and that's it. Okay, so there you have it. AG01 Gimbals on a Radiomaster Pocket. So, I'll enjoy this a lot more than with these. I don't like the plastic gimbals. They just feel cheap. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I will put links in the description to the radio and the gimbals, and in case you want to pick those up. I make no money off of that, obviously, but anyway, link will be down there in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace.